gonna start in a little bit. I just wanna wait for a little bit more people to come in. We're just 6:30 is when I'm gonna actually like start doing stuff. I got so excited. I just wanted to go live. I've never been live on YouTube before. Anyway. Also, I'm letting you guys know, every time you do like those symbol things, it keeps like holding them for review. I do not know why. I actually don't know why, but anyway, yeah. I've streamed on Twitch before, but this is my first time doing it on YouTube. This is my first time doing like this kind of format that I wanna see if it works out. This is okay. This is the Paper Mario soundtrack. It has that in there. All right. This shit goes kind of hard. Okay, I think after that, it's a good time to start. Ah! I'm here. That's loud music. Yeah, I went with the Paper Mario soundtrack. If you don't know why, you didn't have a childhood then. But yeah, welcome. This is the first stream I'm ever doing on YouTube, and it's scary, my guy. My microphone's a little bit loud, but it's scary, my guy. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to work half the equipment I got for this. Man, I wish there were captions. My headphones are broken. Sorry. I'm sorry, my guy. Is there... Wait, can I enable captions? Yes, I can't. Sorry. every time you guys do like weird little symbol things with the parentheses and stuff like that, it always holds them for review. Like I have no idea why. I actually have no clue. Also, my camera is sitting on top of like the Commodore monitor that I have because I don't have like a proper tripod for this camera. Fucking, it's so tall. Like I have to like, this is the lowest the chair goes. I want it to be this low because my desk is pretty like low as it is, but I have to go all the way up so you guys can see me. Then my knees touch the thing and everything shakes. Anyway, I have an amazing setup. Oh my God. But yeah, you get a bit nervous when streaming for the first time on YouTube. Yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. You know, it's a little bit. I'm a little bit shy. Cringe is what I just did right there. Also, Frag, I'm not an idiot. It's YouTube. You can't sub with Twitch Prime. All right, before we get into like the real meat of this stuff, turn yourself up about 3 dB and the music down about 3. All right, I mean, shit. I'm bad at this. Okay. I'm trying. Every time I put the mic up, this is my first time using a Go XLR, and like it's like almost at the top, and every time I move it just a tiny bit, it just I feel like I'm just doing something wrong. I feel like I'm just doing something terrible. I'm not gonna kill someone on stream. Continue going to band. Don't worry about me. This will be archived later. Like I'm not gonna unlist the VOD or whatever. I gotta actually get into the meat of stuff here. I just really quickly look at this. Look at what they did to Capri Sun. Why does it look like that? That's so fucking stupid. Why does it look like that? Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to do. Cause like to tape the camera on top of the monitor, it's a Blackmagic camera. I can't. You know how hard it would be to tape it? It wouldn't like fit. It wouldn't be on there. I need to. Wow, I'm only 20 years old. I just can't put a straw in a thing. Done. Where the fuck did it go? I thought I knew where it was gonna land. I don't know where it went. Oh shit. All right. Anyway, let's get into the meat of what we're talking about today. Fucking next gen gaming. So, I have notes on this. I gotta actually. This is very scuffed. I decided to do this today. All right, but next gen gaming. It has been about 2 years since the launch of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. While games have come out for both systems, it's clear that this generation has really been struggling in most of all in both availability and in content. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we're gonna get into it a little bit more later, but it's kind of still hard to get some of these next-gen consoles, and the content that is for them, well, it isn't really exclusive. You keep seeing games for certain consoles or from certain companies going on different consoles, and it makes you really think, was this whole idea of like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X even worth it? Especially since that there's newer stuff coming out that might make it less worth it to get those consoles. I talked about this a while ago, the whole console war situation between Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. I said it was all stupid, that you should just pick what you want, but now is there even a worth to picking? We're gonna see. And also, I really want to iterate here. Chat. Be a part of the conversation with me. The whole point of doing this live is that I want to hear your guys' opinions, and I want to interact with you guys a lot more. There's a big reason why I'm doing this live. And also, I want to see if I can do this more. Today, it's going to be really scuffed. But we're gonna try. We're gonna see if it works out. We're gonna see if I like it. I'm gonna try live streaming more, but let's get right into it. So, let's start with Xbox, the Xbox Series X. This first premiered 2 years ago, exactly. It was premiered in December. I forget when it was released, so let's just look through this for a little bit. But Xbox, it's kind of easy. It's safe to say that you can find one out in the wild, but it isn't really all there for some people. If you're an Xbox fan, this thing is just, it's sick. It's good for both new content coming out and also older content that you might have. No longer do you need to keep your older consoles just to play them. If you have Xbox 360 games and original Xbox games, well, you can play them on the Xbox Series X, and it's the definitive version of playing them. Sonic Unleashed has never looked any better or run any smoother on the Xbox Series X. But there is a slight problem with this, and that's the content Microsoft offers. It's no secret that Microsoft has always put their games out on PC kind of like the same day it came out, and that hasn't been a problem. But now they're also venturing off into different consoles. They have put content out on the PlayStation, and, well, I have a tab for this. Wait. That's not it. That's not it. Oh yeah, wait, look, Cuphead. Microsoft owns Cuphead. You'd think they'd want to keep it exclusive for Xbox and PC since it's their own. It could be an exclusive, but they put it out on the Switch, and then even later they put it out on the PlayStation. So, what are they doing? Are they digging themselves their own grave? It's kind of weird because if you're an Xbox fan, this is fine. You'll just play it on the Xbox. But if you're thinking about getting an Xbox, well, what's the real catch? Like, what's the real motivation to actually get an Xbox? Well, it was shown off during the Game Awards. I actually did not realize it was revealed during the Game Awards. I actually don't watch the Game Awards anymore because it's cringe. The PS5 availability was somehow now probably a problem for my mom when it just came out. She managed to get 2. That's awesome, but we're gonna get into that later. Talk about Skate 1 looking better when it comes out on comes to Xbox Series X. Does it actually look better on the Xbox Series X? You guys are really feeding my ADHD here. You know, the thing that I don't have. Are you just Yeah, that doesn't look bad, but is this on the Series X? I don't know much about Skate 1. But yeah, cheaper than PC. We're also gonna get into that later. All right, sick. Put Halo Infinite on the Switch. I would love Halo Infinite on the Switch. I love any Halo game on the Switch. Back to the topic at hand. If you're an Xbox fan, it makes a lot of sense to get an Xbox Series X, as you can have your entire back catalog, mostly, be played on a new console that runs it way better and really upscales them and upgrades them in every way possible. But if you're just getting into the market, dipping your little toesy-woesies into the next-gen consoles, well, it doesn't really feel all that compelling to even get a Series X. If you have an Xbox One already, you might as well better just sticking with that, because with the Xbox One, you also get Game Pass, I believe. Let me fact check this. I believe so. I think the controller preference is a big deal for some people. I love the Xbox controller, but props to Sony for trying to upgrade their controller every time. Lies! They didn't really upgrade their controller when it came to the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 3. In fact, those upgrades came later down the road. I don't even think the PlayStation 2 even got that much of an upgrade other than analog buttons, which was proven to not be all it was hyped up to be. But Game Pass. This is a big reason to get an Xbox. Now, the Xbox, some of the Xbox Game Pass games are not on PC. That is correct. So, Game Pass is a big reason why to get a next-gen Xbox. Say you don't have an Xbox One because you skipped out on it, like me. You went straight to the PlayStation 4 because it looked like a hell of a better deal. This is a great reason to get Xbox Game Pass. It is so many games, like it's hundreds of games, and they're not just like crappy games, it's quality games. You get Halo on here. You get a lot of third party, you get a lot of first party, and if you look at this, it's not that expensive for what you're getting. You're getting good quality games in a good resolution that play pretty much like as if you had them in your console for $9 a month. Now, PC is a little bit different. You can get it for $1 for the first month and then $9 for a month. I'm going to say this right now, don't get PC Game Pass. I had it for a little bit. It's really just not worth it. There are titles on there that aren't compelling for PC players, but the titles that would be compelling are on the Xbox side. Ultimate, you get both of them, and that's $14 a month. Or, I'm sorry, that is $15 a month. And you get basically everything that the other stuff has and more. Oh, you also get gold. Dude, Ultimate is actually like a really good deal then. Damn. But Game Pass was probably the best thing that Xbox has ever really made, because it's everyone is into like the idea of streaming. You know, you got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got HBO Max, you got Disney Plus, you got Apple TV Plus, you got Peacock, you got CBS All Access, you got basically a lot of stuff. And with gaming, it's a little bit more trickier because you need to have a lot of power. You got to make sure that your interactivity isn't delayed. There's no latency. You got to make sure you have a lot of titles that can even justify a streaming service. That's why Google Stadia failed. It didn't have a lot of content that was really up to snuff, and it didn't really perform as well as everyone was hoping for. Even Google wasn't able to keep up with what they wanted to do, so that's why they shut it down. So all those Stadia exclusives are now going to have to be ported somewhere else. The thing with Game Pass, though, is that there are no Game Pass exclusives. It's all Microsoft and whatever other company wants to put their game out on Game Pass, and it's great because you have the option. You can either stream it or you can buy the game. It can be a good little dip your toes in to see what game you want to actually buy. If you want to play it for a few seconds, and if you really like it, you'll buy for yourself so you can own it. That's a great way of having Game Pass. Or if you just like the idea of streaming and digital content, that also works. You can buy an Xbox Series S and use Game Pass on it and have almost no issues with it at all. But Retro Remedies, aka James, makes a very good point in chat. There's so much content that it overwhelms the player. You don't know what to play, and you end up wasting the subscription because there's so much on it that you can really try out. I haven't really used Game Pass a lot. I want to use it a lot. It's one of the reasons why I do want to get an Xbox, but I'm always held back because I know these games are going to be going elsewhere. I feel like Game Pass could be better if more variety was offered on the PC side. That way I can actually get a better taste of what Game Pass has to offer, but I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't a console seller. A lot of people that I know have bought the Xbox Series X just for Game Pass, and I can't blame them. All right. A lot of you seem to agree that it's overwhelming, and I don't blame you because there's a lot of content on there that's both good and bad. And to have all these options presented to you at once, it makes it hard to choose. I have the same problem when I'm watching movies on like Disney Plus or Netflix. I want to watch something. I know I want to watch something, but I don't know what to watch because I'm presented with all these options and they're all so different, and it doesn't really appeal to my taste all that time. But I still think it's a good step in the direction of getting people to not only buy the console, but to accept streaming for gaming. I would love PC Game Pass if they put more on it. Same! When I wanted to play GTA Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, I wanted to see how bad it really was. I knew it was on Game Pass. I didn't know it wasn't on PC Game Pass, which sucks. I had to have an Xbox to play it, and that was the first time I was like, maybe I should have gotten an Xbox, but I don't know. They did put the Xbox Ones out of production, I think. They don't really sell them anymore. I think if you buy them, you're either going to find them pre-owned or you're going to find existing stock. But even if you want to get an Xbox Series X, and this is the big contender for it, you can buy them. Look at this. This is C details. But the fact that there's a price and it doesn't say sold out is insane. The fact that the Xbox Series S is also in stock and I can pick it up today. I can pick it up in 1 hour at my location. I can add it to my cart right now and go get it. And there's also all these deals that you can get with it. It's impressive. It shouldn't be, but it is, because everyone wants the other console, and that one is still not out that. More on that later, but it's insane. Yo, is this the 100th episode? This would not be the topic of the 100th episode, my guy. Plus, I'm a physical game collector. I want to hold every game that I owned. I'm the same way, but still, I think there's a lot of, what is it? Substance. Worth within getting an Xbox Series X. And the fact that you can still get one nowadays, say you waited a little bit because you really wanted to see if you can get, well, now you have an option that you can actually go out into a store, find it on the shelf, and buy it. And that's not even at Best Buy. You can get it at Adorama. You can get it at GameStop. GameStop has refurbished ones for a little bit cheaper. That's pretty cool. Staples has it. Target has it. You get the Gotham Knights Series X. That's just, I'm pretty sure that's just the collector's edition. But it's still there. It's still available. There's still games coming out for it. It's not like it's dead in the water. And honestly, it's a great deal if you want to have a console and you don't want to build a PC, but you don't want to spend all the money for a PlayStation 5. Let me just look at my notes really quickly, because to see if there's anything more that I want to talk about? Yeah, no, it's crazy. Game Pass has become a killer deal. Microsoft is more than willing to put content out on other platforms if you don't want to get an Xbox, but you still want to play their games. And you can actually find a Series X in the wild or online. In the terms of software and putting... James, if it doesn't if Staples don't have it, why? Hold on. Why does it say it right here? Let's go to their website. Can I add it? Oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck. All right. I've been duped. Wait, has I been lied to? Has Google lied to me? This is really fitting music. Wait, did Google lie to me? Tell me! Yeah, I can pick it up. Sick. Thank God it's telling me, it's just saying Staten Island. I really don't want to be doxxed. I'm taking a big risk on here. All right. Staples lies. But that's a topic for a different day. Let's talk about the next gen consoles and stuff like that. So yeah, Microsoft has actually done a lot of a better job and a great job at catering to gamers. I hate using that word, but people who play games. They have... How are you able to bleep yourself live? That's just a disease I have. I can just, like, if I say it doesn't actually, like... That's just my voice. Staples is a company to sell staples. Their stores, but lie about Xbox selling. Yeah, I know. The PS5. We're getting there. All right, PlayStation. I'm gonna do a little bit of a music change here. Let's. Oh, wait, hold on. It's changing right now as we get into the PlayStation 5. So, when the PlayStation 5 first came out, it was impossible to get, and it's only been a pain in the ass since. For one, finding a PS5 in the wild still hasn't gotten much better, and getting them online, well, that's a different story. Bundles are easy to find. Walmart seems to have a decent stock of them, and I can show that right now. Walmart has bundles of PlayStation 5s. They're in stock. I can go get them if I want to, but look at the price here. $800. That's only $200 away from $1,000. And also, this is on sale. I'm noticing right now that this was on sale and is originally $1,000. What are these, scalper prices? But not, like, listen, not everyone needs an extra controller. Not everyone needs a skin. Why are you bundling a skin? Just to up the price? What? Yo, the PS3 is out. I didn't even see that. So, like, are they obtainable? Yeah, I mean, there's all these bundles down here, and there's more down here, but look at all these prices. These are all bundles. Not everyone is gonna want another controller. Not everyone's gonna want to have these certain games with them, or these headsets. This is not even, like, a PlayStation headset. What is this bundle? I understand that Walmart might sell stuff that's not actually in Walmart stores, but I have a feeling that this is... Wait, it says sold by... Yeah, so this isn't actually from Walmart. Let's actually search up PlayStation 5 on Walmart. Because, like, Walmart likes to be like Amazon and stuff like that. Alright, they're on the Walmart website. You can buy them. They're bundles. They're not a rage... Oh, wait, look at this. No, $900. Wow, you're offending the skin people put there. Shaking my head. Who wants a skin with their PlayStation 5? The plates come off. You can remove the plates. You can, like, why would you get a skin? Anyway. Is it true that you met Zalem in New York? Who's that? I don't know that guy. I've never seen that guy in my life. Anyway. The PlayStation 5, you can find it in bundles. You can... Technically, you could find it, but it's just so much harder to find. And really, when we think about it, we're 2 years in. The whole new console hype is over. And so are chip shortages a little bit. Computer parts and parts in general for everything has gotten cheaper, have gotten more within supply. People have been able to actually get stuff for their products. What is Sony's excuse for not being able to stock up their PlayStations? I think it's conspiracy time. Woo, woo, woo. I think it's because they know that if they actually had them in stock, they wouldn't be selling as well. So there's always that, like, in the back of your mind, if I see one on sale, I have to get it right away. I still get emails about waiting in a queue for buying one at MSRP, which is ridiculous. It's 2 years later. People who have them aren't going to buy another one, and the demand for it is definitely lower. But when you keep something from someone long enough, they're going to think about buying it, and when you're giving them the opportunity, they're not going to think twice in buying it. It's kind of scummy. But also, it might not be true. They might actually just be having shortages still. Anyone have spare tinfoil hats? I don't have tinfoil, but I have Q-tips. Will that help? Here you go. And Johnny Eat World, you make a really good point. Spider-Man 2, it's the only game that you really care about, and it's the reason why you bought a PlayStation 4. I bought a PlayStation 4 at launch. I didn't really start playing it until Spider-Man came out. I played Spider-Man, and then it sat in my fucking room. Oh, wait. It sat in my fucking room until I started playing Last of Us and stuff like that. It would be great if they put Horizon Zero Dawn on the Switch. We're gonna get into the Switch. We're gonna get into the Switch in a little bit. But the PlayStation 5, it makes no sense for these bundles, because couch gaming is kind of dead on the PlayStation. Everyone's gonna play online. You don't need another controller. Anyway, we're past this point. The stock of the PlayStation 5 is to blame on the chip shortage, which has gotten a lot better with time. The fact that GPU prices have gone down has not only been because of crypto crashes and stuff like that, but also the parts to be able to make these GPUs have been able to actually be made. We're able to get CPUs now as well. We're able to actually get components for our computers, and with that, console manufacturers are also able to get the parts they need to actually make these consoles. I've never been interested in any PlayStation IPs. Same. New console, got no new games. That was my next point. There hasn't been a big surgence of PlayStation exclusives. If we look over here, we're gonna look at all the PlayStation 5 exclusives right now. We're gonna go through them, and you're gonna notice some things. All right, Astro's Playroom. It comes with the PlayStation 5. A lot of people say it's fun, but it's also not for everyone. This isn't a system seller. This isn't a reason to get the PlayStation 5. Demon Souls. It's a remake, so it's not really original. While it's cool to have, it's also not within everybody's plate. Not everyone's a fan of Dark Souls and, by extension, Demon Souls. So while it's cool, it's still just, it's a remaster. It's a remake. Like, why not something new? Destruction All-Stars. What the fuck is this? What the actual fuck is this shit? What is that? Like, I've never heard of this game in my life. It's a new IP of multiplayer competitive racing, but it's like there's 16 distinct characters. The biggest twist is when your car gets destroyed, you will automatically enter a third-person view of your racer and move them around the map. That's kind of cool. I've never seen any marketing for this game. This article is the first time I'm hearing about it. The one game that would have been huge, new gen, was Elden Ring, in my opinion. That would have been great if it was an exclusive, if it was at launch. That would have been amazing, but it wasn't. You can play that on PC. You can play that on Xbox. You can play that on Switch? No. Steam Deck. But Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, I actually heard this one was really good, but is this a system seller? That's debatable. Technically, anything's debatable, but I will say, this is one of the good ones, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. It makes sense why it's here. It's one exclusive out of the 3 that we've gone through so far that actually has like a place in being exclusive and being enticing to actually get a PlayStation 5. I'm not gonna lie. If I get a PlayStation 5, I'm getting Ratchet & Clank because I want to see how it is. Returnal. Haven't heard of it. This is the first time hearing of it. Advertising has not been in my feed lately, apparently, because I have not been advertised. Shit. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Really? Final Fantasy VII? The remake? That's on older generations? Intergrade. It's an it's an expansion of one of the remasters, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the remakes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the rest of the Final Fantasy VII Remake episodic series is not going to only be on PlayStation 5, right? Like, they're also going to release it on older generations because it started on the older generations? I could be wrong. Returnal is pretty all right. I think God of War Ragnarok will be a system seller, even though it's on the PS4. Something we'll also get into. Returnal is very good. Unrelated note, I kind of want to ask you something, but it's unrelated. Ask it, I'll answer it. There's no structure to what I'm doing here. Only one I'm interested. Destruction All-Stars is 2 out of 10 game. That sucks. That also, what the heck? That game actually seemed kind of cool by the description. What the heck? Is my bit rate low? Is my bit rate like shit? Why was no one telling me? Why did nobody tell me my bit rate was bad? I'm looking at my little preview up here. Oh wait, I'm in 360p. Wait, is my stream not in HD? What is happening? Oh my god, I can't deal with stuff. Anyway, it's about the 100th episode submission. Since you're delaying it, I wonder if I have extra time to submit. I have a very special headache planned for it. Go ahead, just reply to that tweet. Just reply to the tweet in which I actually said it. Okay, I don't think I can fix the bitrate right now, but whatever. I'm getting off track. so much for a live That Guy Who episode. All right. Marvel Spider-Man. Not an exclusive. It's not a f***ing exclusive because they put it out on PC. PlayStation has started to put out their games on PC. They also messed up his face. I got used to it, but I do prefer the old one. They put that out on PC. Originally, you could only get it with Miles Morales on the PlayStation 5, but now you can buy it on PC. You can buy it on Steam. You can buy it on Epic Games, I believe. So, what's up with that? Well, we'll get into that a little bit later. Ghostwire Tokyo, is that game good? I'm actually really curious. It's a PS5 exclusive. It's also available on PC. Gran Turismo 7. Okay, cool. Racing game. That's more of the Xbox crowd, if I believe. The Last of Us Part 1, a remake or a remaster of a PS3 game that was on the PlayStation 4 that ran beautifully, that looked great, that honestly didn't need a remake. I just cut myself with my nail. That's not exclusive. That's also not exclusive because you want to know something? It's coming to PC. Bruh. These are upcoming PlayStation 5 exclusives. Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16. I have a feeling that it's also going to go on PC. This one's probably also going to go on PC. Horizon, Call of the Mountain. You want to know something else? Horizon's going on PC. So is Spider-Man 2. So is Marvel's Wolverine, I believe. Is it? Anyway. And here we got the cross-gen exclusives. So this is on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, but it's God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Sackboy Big Adventure, Miles Morales, Stray. I have yet to play it. I heard it's really good. These are all games that could have just been on the PlayStation 5 and instead were cross-compatible, and these aren't exclusives. It doesn't count as an exclusive if you can play it on the last gen too. I'm bleeding. Director's cuts. Are these only on the PlayStation 5? Anyway, you get my point. It's not an exclusive. I don't own a beefy PC or PlayStation 5. Come on, but do you own a PlayStation 4? If you own a PlayStation 4, you can still play these games. Sure, they might not be the best of quality, but you still are able to play them. It's good gameplay that you're still playing and you're paying for. Who made this list? I have no fucking idea. I mean, I have no fucking idea. Stray is good, but you definitely play it once and never again. Play it entirely for the experience. I want to play it with my girlfriend, but it's hard to get her to play games. I also hear it, it's sad, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, looking at it now, the PlayStation 5 is completely lacking, especially after 2 years, compared to the Switch's first 2 years. Yeah, bringing up a great point. A point that I'm gonna get into in just a little bit. Just want to make sure I'm getting everything over here. The PlayStation 5 also has like no storage. It has expandable storage, but if we look at prices for NVMe SSDs that are compatible with the PlayStation 5, you're gonna notice that they're a lot of money. Why am I gonna spend $500 and another $100? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. This is 1 terabyte. Maybe I want a little bit more. What is this? This is 2 terabyte. That seems like a good deal for me. Look at that jump in price. That's $150 more than the 1 terabyte, but you're probably gonna need it. Are there any more storage expansion options? I don't know. At least with the Xbox Series X, you can actually like plug in like an external drive. You've been able to do that with Xbox for a long time. With PlayStation, it always feels a little bit more proprietary, unless I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. You sure like flexing that bleep implement? What do you mean? That's just my voice. Every time I say it bleeps. Moral of the stream, buy a Switch. Wait, don't. We're gonna get into that. The Switch is really struggling nowadays, though, at least compared to the first 2 years. You are right. Nintendo's a lot more on its exclusive, though, even if it's, words. Damn. Your brain ever just shut off and then you can't read and it's all just like... Alright. I can't wait for after God of War so they fully develop the PS5 alone. You can run, PlayStation 4. Okay. Wait, you can't use external on PlayStation 5? That's awful. If you can use on the PlayStation 4, why would you get rid of the feature in the PlayStation 5? Because NVMEs are really expensive and they only go up so far. I don't think there's more than 2 terabytes right now. And it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. Because it has to be compatible with the PlayStation 5 too. If I search up NVMe, I do believe there exist 12 terabyte SSDs. There's a 10 terabyte SSD. Look at that price. 36 terabyte SATA hard drive. That's a lot of money. Now we're just looking at prices of... This is 4 terabytes. This is same price as... What? All right, you guys keep talking about the Nintendo Switch, so let's get into the Nintendo Switch. I'm realizing how bad my transitions are with this, but let's talk about our good friend, my good friendly friend, my good buddy, my good pal, Nintendo. No, mute. Wow. I mean, hey, say what you want about my transitions. The music knows when to switch. Perfect theming too. Nintendo. So unlike the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, Nintendo's been in the running for a little bit with the next gen. 6 years to be exact. Next year, it's going to be 7. We're going to be at the end of the Switch's lifespan in 2023. That's kind of crazy to think about. Huge nostalgia for that trailer. When this trailer dropped, it was amazing. Nintendo... It was a one-of-a-kind device when it first came out. There was nothing else that could really do it. Console gaming on the go. Look at this. On the plane, I can play Breath of the Wild. I got through TSA. He has the bomb in his bag. He gets to play games with this girl over here, and maybe accidentally kill her. Who knows? But Nintendo has just only gotten worse. There have been new developments that makes the Switch so not appealing anymore. There have been many problems with not only Nintendo as a company, but the Switch itself. And while we are a few years into the Switch's life, it's safe to say that we are stuck with this thing for a little bit longer. There have been no signs of that Nintendo's gonna do anything more. The most we got was the Nintendo OLED. Hold on. Nintendo Switch OLED. Yeah, that's how you spell OLED. Yeah, that's how you spell Nintendo. The most we got was the Nintendo Switch OLED. $50 more. You get a better screen. You get a better dock. You get a better stand on the device. But this isn't what people wanted within a upgraded Nintendo Switch. They wanted better performance. They wanted titles to actually run good. They wanted developers to actually be able to develop for it and not have to compromise as much. So, what do we get? What do we get? Okay, hold on really quickly. This isn't a me thing. This is a YouTube thing. I don't have moderators. If you curse in chat, it's gonna be held on it's gonna be held for review. Just try not to curse. I'm not saying you don't need to curse. It's just I see it just get like held for review, which I don't know why, but it's whatever. I'm assuming you're gonna tear it to shreds. We are Nintendo kids. We want Nintendo talk. I wonder if Nintendo will come into the root with the rocket boots this time. Yeah, it's been out for almost 7 years. All right. If you say anything about Splatoon 3, I'll call Nintendo to your house. You probably did not like the Nintendo's on the decline video. Nintendo doesn't lack within its software, its first-party games. Yeah, Zelda, Splatoon. That's it. To be fair, mod you. I don't know how. I'm trying. Oh, look. Oh, wait. All right, cool. James is now a moderator. Say hi to James. Anyway, let's get on topic. God damn it. Nintendo knows that their first party sells. As long as they have that, they are ensured sales when a new first party game comes out because it's accessible. It has Mario on it, you know? Fucking, how many people bought the Nintendo Switch just for Mario Odyssey alone? It was probably a lot because that game was really good and a lot of people bought it. A lot of people also bought the Nintendo Switch for Zelda alone. I bought the Switch for Zelda. That was the first Zelda game I ever really played because it was so interesting and it was so much fun. As a Nintendo nerd, they do their first party games completely right. However, over the years, we're seeing less and less and less and less. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is the biggest thing Nintendo has for a little bit. It's coming out soon. It's the big sequel to Breath of the Wild, one of the best games ever created. Asterix, I don't really believe that, but whatever. It's one of the best Zelda games, and to have a sequel come out for it, it's hyped. But in between there, you also got some games that like just don't. I'm gonna go on a rant here. In between that, you got some games that don't fully appeal to everybody, like Splatoon 3. I'm sorry. I know people really like Splatoon 3. I just can't see an appeal in it. I really want to try and like it. I really want to buy it, but I have no reason to buy it because it looks so similar to 2, which was basically 1. I know I've heard different opinions about it, but I do hear a general consensus that Splatoon 3 is like Splatoon 2. It's not that we're getting less games, we're just getting less quality, TBH. I would also agree with that because we're getting, we've gotten ports. Paper Mario was really bad on it. What else? I haven't really been... Mario Strikers. I forgot that game existed, but whew, that was a whole thing. And Nintendo has also gotten into the practice of releasing a game that is not finished within the sense that like they don't put all their content within that game. And later on, they put it through for updates and stuff like that to try to make it better. So a game will become better months down the line, but you don't want a better game months down the line. You want the best game that you can get the minute it comes out. And that's been a big issue with Nintendo lately. That's what they've been doing. That's been one of their most criticized practices of lately. Most first-party games Nintendo has been putting out recently have been pretty much meh, like WarioWare, Strikers, Golf, etc. It's like how I just said, they're probably going to update all these games later down the line and try to make them better, but they should have been just good in the first place. At least with more disappointing games, they aren't buggy, they just miss content, which I can't say for other games like Overwatch 2. You make a fair point, but at the same time, is it better? I don't think it's better, because I had a lot of fun with Cyberpunk 2077. It was a broken mess, it was completely unfinished. I was still able to play the game though. I was able to play the game, I was able to enjoy it, and there was a game in there that was good. It got better over time because it became more stable. It wasn't, you know, there was updates and stuff like that, but that was to fix bugs and stuff like that. The game content itself didn't change. When you change the game content to try to make it better, yeah, sure, you make it better, but that content should have been there in the first place. Or you could be a Super Mario Party, again, update 5 years later. That's true. Nintendo stuff nowadays seems to only be good when it has to do with something that's like older. The new Mario Party that came out, Superstars, was great, but it was great because it was all older content. It went back to an older formula. And I'll also argue that, like, yeah, it's the best Mario Party on the Switch, but its style doesn't scream Mario Party at all. That being said, there's also other stuff we can talk about. Nintendo Switch Online is another big thing. it has grown to be a decent archive for various Nintendo systems. And while the quality at which they play is questionable, Nintendo does know how to release a feature that becomes worth it like 8 months later. I still haven't gotten Nintendo Switch Online expansion. Zalem has invited me to be on his, so I will be able to check that out later. I do plan on getting the N64 controller in order to play games. But there's a big quality problem. There's a performance problem. Every time a new game is added to the Nintendo 64 Switch Online, it's hard to play it. There's performance issues, and it takes a while to get fixed. Sorry, I gotta look at stuff, but it takes a while to get fixed. I thought you didn't know who Zalem was. Who is Zalem? I don't know who that is. Sounds like a weird fucking name. But, oh wow, I've been mentioned. Zalem, you're here! I know who you are! The eShop does suck. Oh my god. I gotta stay on topic, holy shit. Holy shit. While it's a great place to play all these games, performance is very questionable. Every time they add a new system to it, it gets buggy, and there's not a big library for it. But down the line, the library does get bigger. And I will say that Nintendo Switch Online, without the expansion pass, is pretty worth it. You get a lot of games that are of quality, mainly in the Super Nintendo side, and you also get the ability to play online, and it's cheap. It's $20 a year. The expansion pass shouldn't really been an expansion pass, in my opinion. I don't think there's enough really to offer there that is really like meant for an expansion pass. It should have just been within the original pricing, the original pack itself. Because as much as Mario Kart and Animal Crossing DLC is great, I don't really play Animal Crossing anymore. I don't think anyone really plays Animal Crossing anymore besides the diehard fans. I played it for like a month and then I dropped off and I got anxiety about going back to my island. Mario Kart, however, I only play Mario Kart with friends now. And my friends have the booster pack, so I get to play on the courses. Why would I buy it? It has no music like Wii and Wii U. Yeah, the eShop has no music. That's also terrible. And it actually really does suck. But oh wow, my tabs are all over the place. Oh, I could have had this up when I was talking about Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah, let's get into how let's get into a few things. So the Switch is just completely under. Actually, I'm gonna save that for later because that segues into a different thing. Script writing live. Let's actually get into a different complaint that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about. When it comes to releasing anything new, Nintendo will always show its first looks way too close to the initial release. And I feel it's a way to avoid any criticism that can change things. When was Pikmin 4 slated to release? Actually, to be fair, I think they don't care about Pikmin 4. The biggest problem to me is that the Switch is lacking that Nintendo charm that the older systems have. It just doesn't do it for me. Yeah, it's very modernized. Never would I ever see a day where Nintendo went all simplified and corporate. But it was a different Nintendo when we first saw it, but now it just feels like every other greedy company. Nintendo has fallen into the trap of becoming greedy. But let's talk about this for a little bit. The Bayonetta stuff. Voice actress lied, tried to stir up controversy, boycotting the game, then went on to say like, actually, nah, I was offered a lot of money. I just wanted more. Yeah, that happened. The game isn't as good as New Leaf, but gave people a purpose in a dangerous time. It helped people out. Not many games could do that. Yeah, Animal Crossing New Horizons was it was definitely a right place, right time kind of situation. I felt like if you were during the pandemic, if you weren't playing Animal Crossing, you were doing whatever. But the Iwata days are over. Yeah, sadly. Nintendo Switch Sports Grubhub. That is awful. Anyway, yeah, this happened. I don't think there's much I can really say. Calling her a liar and a gold digger. I don't like the term gold digger. That's just... I don't know. I don't like it. I'm getting rid of this. Anyway, look at that! So, on the topic of releasing stuff too close to the release, I thought about this. I thought about the Mario movie. It's coming out in March. That's, math, months. Let's count November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. That's not a lot of time. Especially for a movie. Especially for an animated movie. This movie is almost done. They're doing the finishing touches as we speak, hopefully, if the crew is treated right. I hope they are. But I think there's one thing in this trailer that we can all agree on was a little bit weird and a little bit of controversial.
What is this place? Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
What the f was that? That's not my Mario. That's not my Mario. God damn it. Chris Pratt as Mario just doesn't work. And releasing the movie trailer so close to its actual release makes it so they can't have a sort of outlash like the Sonic movie did. The Sonic movie had a lot more time to fix Sonic even before it was delayed, and they delayed it to fix Sonic. People haven't really been being much of an outcry around Chris Pratt's voice because a lot of people have their reasons. A lot of people think Mario's true voice would be annoying on the big screen. However, there are many cartoon characters that have annoying voices that work well in long term. In fact, Mario's voice doesn't have to be 100% all the time. With good direction, you can bring it down while he still sounds like Mario. So the choice for Chris Pratt was always weird for me. But what baffles me even more is that even if people wanted to, it couldn't be done. You couldn't change the voice actor without having to completely change the animation. Without spending so much money and time, the movie would have to come out within another year. It would be a huge financial loss. If we heard their voice earlier, then it probably could have been done. We probably could have bullied Nintendo into changing the voice actor. Not to say that that's a good idea. For me, I'm indifferent. I think it works, but it's not preferred. And Nintendo has done this before with games, releasing a trailer so close to its initial release. I talked about Paper Mario earlier. This trailer made the game actually look really good. But the trailer came out in May. The final game came out July. This was like the first trailer for it. It was the reveal trailer. It was the announcement trailer. They just dropped it, and that was it. Paper Mario has clearly had a lot of differing opinions, differing controversies, I would say, but like small ones, you know, where people want a certain gameplay style and Nintendo just doesn't deliver because they simply don't want to. They would have never changed Chris Pratt's voice because that's a multi-million dollar money sink. James, you make a great point. You actually make a fantastic point. I'm just saying, I think they knew what they were doing, and in order to avoid that kind of outlash like the Sonic movie did, they hold off on showing as much of the movie as possible until 5 months before the release. By the way, half of the Paper Mario fandom have your IP address. Just thought I should casually tell you. Listen, we can all... Oh, wait, why'd I lower myself? You can't see me. We can all agree that Paper Mario Sticker Star is the worst one out of the series. I have it on my shelf here. We can all agree that this one's a bad game, right? Right? Okay. Every new Paper Mario game after this one has taken elements from this game. The same formula. A formula that is flawed. If you take away the writing from newer games, if you take away story, overworld mechanics, and you look at the gameplay mechanics, the actual gameplay, it is flawed. It is flawed. It is not good. It doesn't reward the player for doing things. You have a whole mechanic within the game of Origami King. This game, I did a video on Paper Mario: The Origami King. My opinions have not changed because I tried to play the game recently, and everything that I said in that video still sticks. It doesn't show the battle mechanics. You have a beautifully crafted like battle system in this game. In this game right here. In this game. This game right here. You have a great crafted battle mechanic. I think it's fun. I think it works. But then you give the player no incentive to actually battle. Zero incentive. That's a bad game. That's a bad game. That's just a bad game. Not even battling normal enemies prepares you for boss fights because the boss fights mechanics are completely different from the regular enemies. No experience points to level up your character, to have character progression. Why would I battle? That's bad game design. That's just bad game design. And don't tell me it's just for fun. It's just for fun. Making progress is fun. That's why the older games are held up with such high regard, including Super Paper Mario. Yeah, it was different from the first two games, but it still respected the series, and it still didn't have bad game mechanics. But that was a little tangent on Paper Mario. What RPGs have y'all played on the Switch? Just curious. I've tried playing Xenoblade Chronicles. Wasn't really a big fan of it, but I can see why people like it. I haven't really played any RPGs on the Switch. Now that you mention it, I don't count Paper Mario, Origami King. That's just a waste. But another thing about the Switch itself, right here. Another thing about the Switch. 6 years ago, it was underpowered. How do you think it is 6 years later? It is. Give it a second. It's underpowered. And more stuff has come out later down the road that has been more appealing. One of those things have been the Steam Deck. Why is this playing in what? Opera. Stop it. The Steam Deck. And you want to know what's great about the Steam Deck? You could fucking buy it. You can actually fucking buy it. There's no shortages. There's no GPU shortages. There's no any of that. You buy it. Thank God. The Steam Deck. A lot has come out about the Steam Deck. There's been a lot of discoveries, and now that people actually have their hands on it, you can see its full potential. To be fair, this potential has been there since day one. So, wasn't really able to see it when it was first being revealed and when it was first coming out and stuff like that. But man, this thing is sexy. I just want to with a corn on the cob and put it to sleep with a 1997 rifle because from that year, something happened that was called the government doesn't want you to know, but I want you to know that. And that's why the Steam Deck is amazing. Okay, but Steam Deck looks good, but I'm not into PC gaming in general, so what if I told you that this thing plays Switch games better than the Nintendo Switch? Okay, I think I jumped a little bit ahead, but while I don't see the Steam Deck as a competitor to the Switch, I And that's because of the audiences. They each capture very different. You can't deny that the Steam Deck can do everything the Switch does and more. And whether it can do it better is up to your ability to optimize games. It's more tinkery. But don't say it's illegal. It's actually not illegal. You can't. That's not what I remember you saying about the Steam Deck. Hey. We don't talk about that. Hey, we don't talk about that video. We don't talk about that. Stop it. Don't bring up my shortcomings. Okay. It'd be worth watching That Guy Games play on Mario on stream. Maybe I'll do that. I am planning on playing Sonic Forces when it comes out. Can you focus? All right. Steam Deck. The Steam Deck has become a good way to play Switch games on this, just in general. You get better performance, you get better graphics, you get better almost everything, and you still get it on the go.
You've got way better sticks.
As you said, you get way better dicks. It's blurred out because Nintendo doesn't want people seeing their games being played on different hardware. But if you can emulate the Switch, what else can you emulate? I don't know, probably everything. If it can do Switch games, it can probably do Xbox 360 games. It can probably do original Xbox games. It can probably do GameCube. It can do Wii. It can do all these things. It's an emulator's dream. I Founder X. It can play Sonic Forces. Oh, I meant to... Did I say Sonic Forces? I meant to say Sonic Frontiers. Anyway. Not only that, but that's just emulating. That's just going outside of what is natively for the Steam Deck. Steam OS... Valve has made Steam OS very much compatible with so many titles. And while not everyone is going to want to use that operating system, it is the best for running titles, but it makes it a bit difficult to use as a desktop replacement if you're not knowledgeable about Linux. So, one of the things that I was really excited for the Steam Deck was to use it as kind of a desktop replacement. It was a desktop you can bring on the go. It wasn't a laptop. But it's a big problem when the operating system itself can't be used properly. I don't want to say properly. Yeah, when it can't be used properly. Now, I'm using a lot of Linus Tech Tips here because I adore the man. Yeah, I adore the man, and he has really good graphs. So all this is to Linus Tech Tips channel down in the corner. You probably watch him. I don't think I need to tell you how to watch him. WWHD hasn't been reported to the Switch. Oh, Wind Waker? Yeah. Yeah. Wii U games on the freaking deck. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Anyway. Oh my god, the drift. Why you ain't talking about that? Dude, the Joy-Con drift is such a... It's been over-talked about. I wanted to talk about other stuff. I've talked about it before. If you want to hear me talk about Joy-Con drift, check out my videos on the Nintendo stuff. Especially the Joy-Con video. Alright. Let's do this. Talking about Steam Deck. The PTSD of everything that happened last time I talked about it is coming back. But, if you could just use the deck as a gamepad for a regular Wii U, lol. That'd be kind of cool if you could do that, actually, like connect it to the Wii U. But anyway, as you can see here, running games on SteamOS is much better than running them on Windows. Now, you can install Windows on the Steam Deck, but the support for it might not be there altogether. And so it becomes clear that it's not really going to be a desktop replacement unless you're good with Linux. Linux is not a plug and play, use just like a normal operating system type operating system, because that would just make sense. Linux is for those tinkerers. It's for people who want to play around and have the most customizability ever. Linux is like the Android of operating systems. Which is not to knock on Android or Linux. I think they're both great. I wish I could use them, but I can't because I'm dumb brain boy. But without proper support from Windows 10 or any Windows operating system for that matter, the Steam Deck becomes a lot less appealing. because now it's more of a gaming machine rather than a personal computer. Something that a lot of people were wanting out of the Steam Deck a little bit, because you put it in the dock, you have a computer, you can do all your work on there, you take it up, you pick it up, you can play games when you go out. Linux is a hacker's OS. I agree. Sure. Now, Valve also has barely marketed this product. Not to shit on the Steam Deck. I think the Steam Deck is great. We're gonna shit on Valve. Believe it or not, I do know a guy who thinks Nintendo is winning the console wars and hates the Steam Deck, but don't check him out. It's the console wars don't exist. People aren't winning, and also Nintendo's falling way behind. The Steam Deck is very much better in a lot of ways, because you can actually run Cyberpunk on it. Or wait, what's a game that's on the? You can actually run The Witcher 3 on it. But if you search up Steam Deck, these are all like YouTubers. This isn't any like official Valve YouTube channel. There's no commercial for the Steam Deck. So unless you're within the know, unless you're within like the gamer sphere, you're only going to hear about the Steam Deck through word of mouth, whether that's mine or yours or your dad's or your granddad's or your son's or your daughter or your dog. You're not going to hear about the Steam Deck unless you hear it through like somebody else who knows what it actually is. But that becomes a problem because, I mean, let's face it, if your console is going out through word of mouth, it doesn't do so much when the words are coming out of the mouths of people who aren't respected a lot. That's PC Master Race. That's also just people who play games in general. I mean, if you look at this from an outside perspective, $400 for something that's barely a PC, it's meant there to play games, but also can't really be used as a PC. It's not appealing. It's just not appealing to someone who like isn't really like into this whole idea of portable gaming and just standalone gaming itself. If someone wants a computer, they're gonna get a computer. This has the benefit of being able to take on the go, but you can't really use it as a computer. I don't know. I think Valve had something great on their hands that could have done a lot more than what it actually does. But to be fair, it does do a lot more than what we initially thought because of the Switch games. Hey, bro, how you been? I've been great. I'm trying to do a live show kind of format. It's very scuffed and it's not working out as well as I wanted it to, but I'm having fun. That was a can of compressed air. What Valve has done wrong, besides neglecting TF2, have anti-consumer methods. Grossly monetizing their games through loot boxes and having terrible game balancing. What game are you talking about? Are you talking about CSGO? CSGO is just following the trends of every other gaming first-person shooter at the time. I really don't blame them for doing that, because if it works, it works. Why wouldn't you do it? That's like saying, that's like saying, oh, I'm not gonna promote my thing using YouTube Shorts or TikToks because I just don't like them. But you're missing out on a way to get your product out there, you know? With Valve, you're missing a big chance to make money. So, well, morally, it's not correct. They're business. They need to make profits. If it makes the money and it works, they're gonna do it. That being said, I don't support loot boxes. Yeah, I lost 7 viewers when I said that point. Oh yeah, CSGO was the first one. Wow, I'm stupid. In that case, fuck Valve, because they started the whole thing. Anyway, I'm not well versed in like that part of Valve. I like their story games and stuff like that. Anyway, basically, the Steam Deck could be a lot bigger if it was just marketed more. Because there's really nothing other than these YouTubers who already have fans who are in the know. You want to hit a different market? Well, you're not going to be able to. I say loot boxes are bad when you have to buy them with real money and not like in-game currency. Valve's the most moral of all the big companies at the moment, and they're still a little bit anti-consumer, lol. Everything is anti-consumer, because once you start being pro-consumer, you're gonna start like I don't want to say losing money. Yeah. You're gonna lose money, but what you're gonna gain is a lot of respect and people who are gonna be willing to stick around because you care for them. And that's what a lot of companies don't understand. That's why I like Framework. They probably lose a lot of money by not being proprietary bullshit, but they gain a fan base that is willing to stick by their sides and willing to stick with that company because they cater to their needs. If it's only cosmetics, loot boxes are fine. I agree. You lose investors, they do. But on the topic of PCs and PC gaming, we're getting towards the end of stuff. But let's get into the actual PC world. So within PC Master Race, I'm only going to talk about two things, both of which are graphics cards. I don't really know much about anything else going on right now because I haven't been needing to upgrade those kind of parts. And I'm always interested in graphics cards because I feel like it's the one thing that I feel like I could always be upgrading. However, nowadays it's different. I got a pretty good GPU. But graphics cards are what I see the most. It's what's marketed the most. And the one thing I've been seeing in the news a lot is little Mr. Team Green over here, NVIDIA. I want to go over here. NVIDIA. Damn, is that the NVIDIA gamer browser? Man, it's really good. Dude, this is the Opera GX browser. What? Also, yes, all these tabs are like, they have my points on them. Anyway, the RTX 4090, a trend that started with the RTX 3090. Once a GPU that was kind of reasonably priced because it was so new, it was top of the line. It was the first time a graphics card was that big and juicy and for consumers instead of for professionals, has now become a laughingstock. Because damn it, not only is this thing so expensive, we're looking at $1,600 over here, but it's also melting. If we look at the pins here, oh, I meant to open it and if we look at the pins here, that's not what they're supposed to look like. Those are melted pins. Those are melted sockets. Weren't there some new graphics cards revealed today by that one red company? I don't follow AMD, but we can follow. We can see what it's up to after we go through all this, because this last stuff is about like graphics cards, and I didn't put AMD in here because I haven't heard anything about them, but we can check them out. But yeah, if we look, it's all melted and stuff like that, and there have even been reports of the graphics card itself catching fire. Look at these flames. Look at how real the flames are, guys. But it's true though. There have been a lot of dangerous, a lot of dangerous activities with the RTX 4090 right now, and it's mainly because of this thing. That doesn't look safe, and it's not safe. It takes up so much wattage, so much power, so much voltage, and all of that. Colin, thank you for showing up. Oh my god, I'm a big fan. Anyway, not only does the RTX 4090 just melt shit, catch on fire, gets absolutely ruined, it's an overkill system. I really recommend watching this video from Austin Evans, because they build a 4090 gaming PC and they show off like its power and all that, but it also poses a question of if this is really needed, because let's be honest, the performance you're getting out of it isn't like the 3090s. The 3000 series graphics cards, like, they were a decent price at MSRP, and they gave you like double the performance of the 2000 series. The 40 series so far hasn't really been all too compelling because, yeah, they want to say it's well, this is the 4080. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. They want to say it's like 4 times the 3090 Ti, but at the same time, you're not really gonna notice that much of a difference, because playing games at ultra performance doesn't look that much different if you play it at high settings. So, is this what it was like playing Crysis on the back of the day? Yes. Oh, I hope you can return later, because I'm probably just gonna chill out later. 4090 is like sticking a pipe bomb in my PC. Yeah, it's actually terrible. It's terrible, and it's kind of neglectful of NVIDIA to do this. NVIDIA's CEO has also been on crack with his statements lately, because if we look at this, Moore's Law is dead. If you're unaware what Moore's Law is, oh, I should have put up the definition, damn it. My preparedness is really bad. Oh, come on! Who is this person? Moore's Law. No, That's Moore's Law, if you need to know. Also, yeah, wait, hold on. Why does the company use Portal? Portal's like a game that can run on anything. Anyway. Portal runs on the Switch. If it runs on the Switch, you shouldn't use it to market your graphics card. But it's the observation that the number of transitions in the design doubles every 2 years. Is an observation and protection of hit. I thought there was something different, but he's basically saying that like transitions, they don't double, that you can actually make them triple them or whatever, I guess. But at the same time, you're making a graphics card that is the same price as a computer. As a freaking computer, my guy. Like, okay, for one of these, you can get a decent gaming PC. You can get a pretty good gaming PC that can run almost every title at 60 frames or more, if that's what you really care about. What is this going to do for you? This isn't meant for gamers. I'm going to be completely honest. This is for people who actually need like heavy workflows, really high rendering, AI upscaling, video encoding, decoding, and stuff like that. This isn't meant for people to game on, but they're marketing it as a gaming graphics card because they know people are going to buy it, and people have bought it. What people didn't buy, though, or didn't like buying, was the 4080. Now, this is, they removed the listing for it, but there's two versions of the RTX 4080. There's a 16 gigabyte VRAM and also a 12 gigabyte VRAM version. And 12 gigabyte VRAM, I'm going to tell you this. The less VRAM you have, the less performance there is. And now, if you I don't know if you should be calling your graphics card the same as a graphics card with higher VRAM if it's not going to perform as well. Because at that point, that's a fucking scam. That's actually a fucking scam. If you're going to offer a 12 gigabyte version, maybe lower the one, like that would have been a really good, like 4070? 12 gigabyte, that would have been pretty sick. But instead, they want to be greedy, and they want to use name notoriety to upcharge stuff. NVIDIA has been very clear that they want to keep the high prices of the GPU market before it crashed. Before crypto miners all cried and went home to their mom and meant like, my graphics card can be used to mine crypto. So NVIDIA's not looking that great right now. And it sucks because I'm a big NVIDIA fan. I actually really like their graphics cards. I actually really enjoy their graphics cards. Give me a moment. I need to talk to my sister. Guys, can we get a shout out to my sister? Cause like she's in Disney right now and she just asked if I wanted a souvenir. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to the sisters. Tell her what she thinks about the 40. Listen, if my sister would go along with bits and stuff like that, I would totally, but she does not. She is not a content creator in the slightest. She like works with bones and shit like that. With shit like that. Anyway, Yeah, it sucks because I was a big fan of NVIDIA. Like, I really was. Did I go through all my notes here? Yeah, I went through all my notes without even having to look at them. That's awesome. Anyway, on the opposite side of the spectrum, which Disney World in Florida. Why'd I say that? Wait, I don't know who you are. You might try to go find her. Fuck. Nah, I've never shown my sister online, so it's fine. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Intel with their Arc graphics cards. I don't think my opinion is going to be of the popular one. But let's talk about it. So Intel has finally launched their Arc GPUs, and for their first entry into the discrete GPU market, I think it's safe to say that Intel is here to stay. Intel has not only put a focus on gamers, but they've also put a focus on content creators by having AV1 encoding. Now, if you're not sure what AV1 is, it's a new kind of codec. It's open source. It is better quality than what we stream at right now, which is like H.264 or AVI or whatever the hell, and it takes a lot less bitrate to look that good. So with bandwidth getting up and all of that, with bandwidth getting up and all that, and HD video getting really hard to process, AV1 is kind of like a saint. It's kind of like a god, because now we can do that stuff and we can do it much more easier. Yeah, I'm crying right now. I'm forgetting what else I should say. The prices of the GPUs are pretty nice considering what NVIDIA thinks a GPU should sell for. If you're building a PC for the first time, these prices are pretty good. In fact, they're some of the cheapest graphics cards out there, constantly going on sale and being sold in stores that are willing to do deals. Like if you look here, $700. All right, that's a lot of money, but if you go one tier below, you can get it for $300. And if you really need to save money, get it for $140, and you'll still get decent performance out of it. The reason why I prefer console over PC is the convenience to play a game when I having to troubleshoot. That is true. The RGB curse is real. Don't get me started. But yeah. So they finally launched the Arc GPUs. It's great if you're first building a PC. However, oh yeah, look, the performance is not that bad compared to the RTX 3060. But that's in DirectX 12. If you don't know, DirectX 12 is a certain kind of renderer that a lot of modern games use. However, if you play older titles, you're gonna get a little bit of a performance bump. It's actually not that bad though. Oh wait, I'm looking at the top here. It's pretty bad. Wow, it's really bad. But an average of 70 frames per second. It's not terrible. Of course, you probably want more out of your GPU. You probably want the best you can get. But if you don't like NVIDIA, you don't want to support them, you want to go with Intel, this is still not that bad. It is not that bad a performance for DirectX 11. Of course, you probably want to be in DirectX 12 for as much as you can. Performance is not terrible though. So what does this mean for Intel? Well, I think they're going to create more GPUs. I think they're going to get their shit together and actually like make better performance cards for DirectX 12 and older DirectX versions. And I think their second generation of GPUs are going to give NVIDIA and AMD a run for their money. Yeah, PC sounds like fun, but there's much setup and deliberation. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, PC gaming can be a lot at times. But now, let's see what AMD has to offer. I was not aware that AMD released new cards today. So let's see what they announced. The Radeon 7000. So, let's look at this. On launching the 12 gigabyte RTX 4080, we're seeing AMD actually return the volley. I just want to see specs and stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, December 13th is when they're going to come out for both cards. $899 for the XT and $999 for the XTX. Those aren't terrible prices. And honestly, compared to NVIDIA's offerings, it's a much better deal, especially if you have an AMD CPU, because you can use that memory cache thing to get more performance. Have you seen the game that was ultra realistic? I have not. I don't know what you're talking about. You scare me when you say things like that. There's a lot of stuff that they're talking about. When more information comes out about them, maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Oh, they want to say high refresh rate 8K gaming. Didn't they say that last generation with like NVIDIA cards and stuff like that? It's AMD's weird. I feel like AMD is both really good at making new features that are like killer, but having products that aren't desirable. Because the problem with AMD cards is that they don't work with everything else. They just don't play nicely with like Blender and like video encoding and stuff like that. And I know they're trying to get better, but NVIDIA has like a really good grep on all that stuff with their CUDA cores. And it's why I really want to root for Intel so much, because I want Intel to come up on top and be like more of a content focused card. Because if it can be content focused but also game, that'd be great. It was the FPS game that looked like it was a body cam. I have not. The one with the abandoned train station. What are you guys talking about? My understanding of PC gaming that is sort of limited to CS Ghost video on the subject. Did he make a video about PC gaming? I'll check it out later. Anyway, in conclusion, the 2 years have seen big change within the world of PC gaming, but also nothing within the console landscape. While the Steam Deck has shown its potential, it was always there. It only took time to find it. While Microsoft was playing big business moves with their buyouts and their willingness to put games on other consoles, it leaves Xbox fans out to dry if they don't have a reason to really pick up a Series X. PlayStation lack of stock and lack of communication about newer titles has also left people wanting a PS5 a little bit hesitating. Why get one if it's still hard to get the selection of title? Why get one if it's still hard to get one and the selection of titles will appear elsewheres? While having a PS5 is worth it, if you don't have one yet, only more arguments have come out to hold off and maybe just not even get one at all. Nintendo is still Nintendo. They won't change. They won't change, ever. As we wait for Breath of the Wild, two other series, like Bayonetta, gets into massive drama, while Pikmin 4 has yet to have a major showcase. And Mario is almost nowhere to be seen outside of a movie that has the most basic dude in Hollywood trying to speak and is in a non-basic voice for a character with the most iconic voice. It's hard to say whether or not things will get better with years to come. Titles are still coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One, and unless more people buy these next-gen systems, well, I think it's safe to say that these games are going to be stuck in limitations in order to compensate for these older consoles, instead of being able to reach their full potential on the souped-up new hardware. Yeah, that's basically all I had planned for today's stream. I talked a lot. My throat is killing me. But yes, Pikmin Bloom. Is Pikmin Bloom good? Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. So what have you guys thought about these past few years about the next gen gaming, you know? Because it's something that's been on my mind for a little bit. I feel like nothing has really changed, but the stuff that does change doesn't really make things a lot better. A PC Master Race is just thriving right now with all that's coming out. But in terms of consoles and stuff, what's up with that? You think it's a mess? There's a delay in chat, so I have to wait for people to come in. I'm asking questions, please. With only a little bit of sidetracking. Come on! This is hard to do. This is hard to do it live. You think it's going in a different direction? I think something is going to change. You think it's going to change for the better, or do you think it's things are only going to get worse? And what do you think is going to change? I don't know, because if it's I don't know if it's because I'm growing out the amount of games I have at the moment, but gaming just isn't as magical to me anymore. It kind of feels like a chore at times, TBH. I kind of agree with that. I don't agree that it's a chore, but I do agree that the magic is gone. The idea of getting a new system and new games at launch really doesn't have the same kind of hit as it once did. Now, it could be because we're growing up, but I also think that something changed within like the marketing of games and the availability of games, and really the amount of choice we have in everything. In everything. And to be fair, the magic of playing a game also goes away when you realize that you can watch someone play the game, and you can probably get just as much of enjoyment when you watch someone play a game, whether that's on stream or later and stuff like that. Because when you see people excited for something, you also get excited for it. But are you excited for that product, or are you excited for that person? It's very interesting. It's very weird, but I agree, because like the magic of gaming does seem to be going away a little bit, and it's not the first time I've heard that. So I don't know if it's because we're growing up, but I don't want to think like that. I don't want to think losing touch with gaming. I took a big break from social media. I'm still a little bit trying to stay off of Twitter and Instagram and all that, and I've found a love and excitement for certain games again. I've been really excited to get back into playing Paper Mario. That's something that I want to do, and also Paper Mario: The 8,000 Year Door. I can't wait to finish The Last of Us and Persona 5, something that I've been trying to work on, as I also work on episode 100. It's just tough because like work and all that, it gets in the way, and I feel like there's always more work, but not more free time, at least with me. Why I like the video genre where the guy sits at the right of his desk while saying wacky things to a camera. I don't know. Right now, PC and non-Nintendo consoles are kind of plateaued and don't have anywhere to go other than unexplored territories like VR. So everything isn't as impressive. VR is another thing I probably could have talked about, but I don't want to. I don't want to get into. I don't want to get into that whole conversation. If consoles started doing VR, I feel like it'd be very weird, because I don't think VR is really meant for consumers. Consumer VR is just very weird. Like, we're seeing more battle passes, glitchy launches, and a focus of being online and competitive. I think we need more single-player story-based games or games less focused on competitive viability. I kind of agree with that. Single-player games and variety within those single-player games, I think, is what's missing. Because once Breath of the Wild went overworld, every game went open world for a little bit. Elden Ring, open world. Sonic Frontiers is going to be open world. Mario was a sandbox game. There wasn't really like an open world type deal. But there was a lot of open world games starting to flood the market, you know? I feel like just there's trends. It's like there's like trends in the gaming industry, and when a genre becomes a trend, you start seeing the same of everything, and it really takes away from the magic of a new game coming out, because it's just the other game that you played, but now with like a different skin on top of it. When we were younger, we had all the time in the world to immerse ourselves in the game. Now, for me at least, it's like a checklist for most games. Yeah, I feel that. Like a good single-player game that isn't Nintendo or Sony exclusive. Ha, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that. Those are the only two that do it now. Microsoft has such a, like, big backlog of IPs that they could totally make good single-player experiences with the studios that they have. Like, oh, imagine a good Banjo game coming back, or a new Conquer game, or a Perfect Dark reboot, or a GoldenEye reboot, or literally anything besides what Microsoft has now, because it's proven to work. I mean, Cuphead was great. Cuphead is great, and they're probably going to make a sequel because of how popular it got. Also, Elden Ring is great. PlayStation VR isn't bad though. It's not bad, but how often are you playing it? If you own it. I own it. I own VR. I'm not really playing it as much. And I actually have the space for it too. I love it too. I love VR. I'm just not playing it as much. Because it's a hassle. It's a hassle to set up. PlayStation or not. And PlayStation VR is like kind of gross. My mic wasn't plugged in all the way. PlayStation VR is kind of gross because there's not a lot of titles and the tracking really does get wonky from time to time. Sega's backlog is stacked too. That's Sega. Sega just doesn't know how to make a game anymore. Frontiers scares me. But yeah, the day that Frontiers comes out, I want to actually look that up really quickly. Oh, I never scheduled the tweet that I was going live. Oops. November 8th. So, Tuesday. Yeah, I'll probably stream for Sonic Frontiers when it comes out. Because I'm excited for it and I want to play it. Sue me. All right. I think multiplayer is multiplayer 2. I like the multiplayer 2 problem is that it all seems to be, and I want more charming experiences. Yeah, no, multiplayer doesn't have good experiences. It's all like competitive and like Call of Duty and stuff like that. And I was really hoping that Spider-Man 2 would have like co-op swinging through the city and stuff like that, kind of like how Arkham Knights has it a little bit. But it doesn't. And that's a shame because it would have been a great addition. I wish Mario Odyssey had multiplayer. People have modded it into the game and it looks really fun. Co-op has like been like dead for a while. And it's really sad. It's really sad. I just want a game where I can start playing and immediately feel some sort of magic other than rage at the 6-year-old who just sniped me. That's like a matchmaking issue, I think. Not a matchmaking. I don't know. It sounds like a skill issue. Just get better at the game. Indie games like Celeste, Omari, Cuphead, and Undertale carry single-player games. Indie games are the only single-player experience I really enjoy consistently anymore besides PlayStation exclusives. Andy, you make a great point. Indie games do have like the best single-player offerings right now. And all those games that Retro Overlord listed are literally, though, are there. Yo, Sega has the best backlog. Jet Set Radio, like, come on. Oh my god, we need a new Jet Set Radio game. Fuck. We need it. Comic Zone revival? That'd be pretty cool. Co-op is such an untapped market, but those games exist. Like, It Takes Two is a great example. It Takes Two, A Way Out, Overcooked, those are all great co-op games. God, I want to play It Takes Two. I also want to play A Way Out. I should start inviting people over to play games with me. Yeah, just get better at playing more single-player games in a multiplayer-centric market. Oh, you're talking... Okay. I know what you're talking about. Isn't there a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio coming out soon? Spiritual successors are not the same thing. They're just not. They don't have the same charm. Ukulele did not have the same charm as Banjo-Kazooie. Hello, I can play games with you. Then come back to New York and let's play games. Halo Infinite removed local co-op. How do y'all feel about that? It makes sense. Hi, Toadbop. I see you. I mean, I think it made sense because multiplayer like that has been migrated to online. Playing with friends is now online and matchmaking, and you get to play with even more people. So I think it makes sense for a game like Halo to not have local multiplayer. That guy that doesn't know Zalim, who's Zalim? I've never heard of him in my life. I've never seen him ever. Tom, can I ban Toadbup? No. No. I actually like Toadbup. If I didn't, then yeah, but he's cool. Guys, let's congrats Toadbup, actually. He has just reached 500 subscribers, and he has been killing it with his content lately. Like, look at this dude. His videos have just been absolutely just killing. They've just been murdering. This video needs to be a bigger number. Toadbup is one of the funniest people I've ever met. So if you don't know who he is, watch his videos. You'll have a great time, I promise you. For a timeout. The SpongeBob video was top tier. Toadbup has a style that I wish I could replicate, but I can't. I do be murdering people. What? Man, I'm dead for Toadbup. And can we also can we just show some love to Fonder? Just cuz. Can we all bully Fonder into... Yes, YouTube did add community post for everyone, or at least everyone that I think has a certain amount of subscribers or like views or whatever. I don't know. Your next video will be the elusive 3-hour scary maze game vid. Oh, I can't wait. But can we also show some love to Fonder? Can we bully him into making a new video? God damn it. Like, come on. 2 months? Yeah, I'm 1 month behind. I can bully him. 2 months, no video? Come on. And then final little shout out of the day. Zala made a really good video about gaming unsolved mysteries, and it's better than anything I could produce. I honestly feel like you guys should all do a normal boots style of group later down the road. I don't know if you heard of what happened with normal boots, but there's a lot of stuff that happened. Also, this exists. We haven't done anything, but it's here. I missed the podcast. I missed a lot of things. It's here though. Call it wacky shoes. That's so good. That's a wacky shoes. How is Normal Boots doing? That's a terrible banner for the Soda Club podcast. I gotta make a new one. Do they still like upload and stuff? Oh, what is that? What is this logo? I'm sorry. Don't mean to shit on other people. I just don't like that logo. Okay, so they do stuff still. Who was in the group? There's the Peanut Butter Man. There's the Complosionist. There's Did You Know Jaime? I didn't know Chadtronic was a part of Normal Boots. Huh? Pelvic Gaming? And Proton John. Wow, that's interesting.
Hi guys, my name is Lady Pelvic and I play video games. Lots of video games. Hi too.
I haven't heard of her before. She seems cool though. Live bleeping? Yeah. We've been over this. I have a disease. Every time I say or It gets bleeped. Yeah, we're kind of busy right now with like school and jobs and stuff, so it's been difficult, but like, yeah, we'll do something later. Dang, dude. That's really nice. We've been trying to do the podcast so hard, and we're having such troubles with it. Anyway. Normal boot. What's JonTron been up to? I stopped following him. He did a thing with Internet Historian. I do like JonTron's older content a lot more than his newer content. That's why I haven't been watching it. There's also the other reasons, but I don't want to get into that. This is my YouTube feed. Rate my YouTube feed. All the good members left. Yeah. It's more so some of the people like Pro Jared and JonTron, the problematic ones. 6 out of 10? Really? What's so wrong with it? What's so wrong with it? Is it because Dream's in it? Is it because Dream Boy? Technically, that's a Linus Tech Tip video. So, yeah. Can this be a channel review stream now? Sure. Give me a channel to review. There are enough commentary channels? I watch commentary channels, just not on this channel. Why are there's so many people like uploading like Frontiers stuff, and I just don't want to see it because I want to play it for myself. Never mind, I see Jazz 8 out of 10. PUBG and Chadtronic kind of like didn't age with their audience. JonTron got really weird, etc. Completionist is cool. Small Ant and AVGN make it 8. Small Ant's on my... There's JonTron. I don't see Small Ant on my thing. Anyway. I do want to thank this little community because it has inspired me and many others to do the funny game review videos, and I love it. Thanks, y'all. If I can give anyone advice for doing funny haha game reviews, don't feel pressured to do certain types of things because other channels do it. Do what makes you happy and keep pushing forward with it. After episode 100, there's not going to be any more lore stuff or like big videos like that because frankly, it's not that I don't enjoy making them. It just takes a lot of time out of my hands, and I enjoy having that consistent stream of content and stuff like that. But if there's any advice I can give to any of you, it's that stick to what you like. Improve what you don't like. If you have something about your videos that you wish could be better, don't just say that you wish it could be better. Find ways to improve it. Whether that be your editing, your writing, your cinematography, your camera quality, any of that. YouTube is a beautiful place where you can learn almost everything and anything. And if there was ever advice I would give to my younger self, it would be that. You don't have to follow within the footsteps of all these other bigger content creators. Just do you. Because the minute you start doing you, and you start posting more of what you like and what resonates with you, the more people are going to come and watch, and they're going to see that, and they're going to greatly appreciate that. For weeks, went around from 1.5 to 4, which is great. Yeah, I wish I could have kept that up. I mean, a big reason why I'm doing a live stream, and I'm going to probably continue doing live streams, is because the 100th episode is taking a lot longer to come out, and I'm stubborn. I don't want to upload episodes that aren't within line with the episode order. And I also have episode 99 to work on, which is a different kind of project. So yeah, you guys are going to get to see this beautiful face live a little bit more until I can actually start making different videos again. Yeah, alright, cool. Stop giving me sappy chats. Stop giving me sappy chat messages. You guys are making me blush. You guys are making me fucking blush. Stop it. Please watch the vid. What video? What you're saying? Review this video. Watch the vid. Tobup. What video? Stream schedule? There is none. No, okay, that's not true. I'm gonna try to stream either Tuesdays or Thursdays. Probably around this time. Tuesday, I'm definitely going to be streaming maybe all day. When Frontiers comes out, I'm going to be playing Frontiers. I'm going to be playing a lot of it. I know it's school time and stuff like that, but I want to stream. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time to go. As much as I want to stay and I want to talk to you, all you guys for the rest of the night, I do have places to be tomorrow. God, you... I should ban you for that pun. But, Mr. Dang Dude. But anyway, this was a really fun stream. I'm happy it worked out. Maybe I'll do more like these. It was kind of tough. Essentially, this was gonna be like a That Guy Who Games video, but like more chill and live while trying to have some kind of structure. Clearly did not have a lot of structure, but I really appreciated talking to you guys and having a conversation about this kind of topic. I want to do more of these in the future. I'm going to be playing games more in the future. I'm going to be trying to do more. I don't want to hide behind curtains when I'm not uploading videos. That's just not me. So yeah, I look forward to doing this. Granted, I'm not going to be prepared for anything that I ever do in the future. So this is going to be a fun ride that we go down. Don't push yourself. I'm not pushing myself. I promise you I'm not pushing myself. There's just stuff that I do outside of school too that maybe I'll give you guys an insight on if I'm allowed to in other streams and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for... Wait, we got to play epic outro music. Wait, we got to play epic outro music. We gotta play epic outro music. This is literally the meme song. I didn't mean to do the meme one. Oh no. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for participating. This is really fun. This is a great time, and I can't wait to do this in the future. I'm gonna blue ball all of you guys, and I'm gonna end the stream before it drops. Cause do your OG. I forget that I have a brand. All right, fine. We'll play the old outro song. We talking like the first time I ever had an outro song, or like the one that I use in my more recent videos? Hold on, the drive is like full, and it's very slow, and it won't. Come on. All right, cool. All right. Let's play. Oh wait, let's play the credits theme from 1-2 Switch. You guys aren't gonna hear. This is so stupid. All right, I'm just gonna leave. I will see you guys in another time. Goodbye.